a subject to deal, a creative financing deal, and I wholesaled my rights to do that to another person. I made like 7K on it. But there's going to be more situations and more I guess situations like that where you're going to have to structure seller finance deals with sellers. So how are you going to, again, guys, how are you going to capitalize on what's going on with the market? You got to make offers to sellers at the right price. We used to be able to make offers that were a little bit more aggressive, but buyers are being a little apprehensive now. They're not offering crazy numbers now and just, hoping that the market will appreciate. I mean, because interest rates have risen. I mean, the prices that people used to be able to pay, they're kind of getting priced out of the market because, it used to be like 2-3% interest. Now it's like 5% hovering around there. So, people's budgets, they can't go that high. So what I want to let you guys know of the market, like I said, I don't think it's going to crash, but I think as investors, as we're trying to find deals, whether you're trying to wholesale, fix and flip, trying to find properties, you need to talk to sellers and be open and honest with them. Be like, look, Mr. Seller, this is exactly what I would say to them. Say, hey, Mr. Seller, what you're asking for, I understand why you're asking for it. That's, you have every right to ask for that price. Let's say if it's a lot, but you say, but with interest rates rising, with properties not selling as fast, with materials still being expensive, and with the state of the economy and inflation, we don't really know what's going to happen. And I can't offer you a price that's, going to put me in a bind. I know you wouldn't want to put me in a bind, Mr. Seller. So my offer, for that reason, I'm going to have to be in this range. And if they don't understand that, or if, you might have to go back and forth with the seller, but those are the conversations that I would start having with sellers on the phone, is not just give them what they want, but push back a little bit. If they ask for a price that's really high, bring up inflation, bring up the economy, bring up interest rates, bring up materials, bring up those things to say, hey, look, I don't want to be caught with my pants down in a situation where I offer too much and, the market changes and I'm screwed. Okay. And you probably don't want me in that situation either. Right. So again, guys, this video, again, my opinion, my humble opinion, I'm not an expert at all. And no one is. I mean, you get to have experts. No one knows what's going to happen, but just be aware that buyers are paying less, and whether that's an end buyer or a flipper, and you just have to get properties under contract at the right price. Here's another opinion I have. And you guys probably know, who cares what I have to say or what anyone has to say. But my opinion is other markets will be affected more detrimentally, or they're going to be hit harder than like, for example, Salt Lake City, Utah. That's where I live. There's always been kind of less homes and buyers because there's more people that want to move here than there are homes available. So I believe that Salt Lake City is going to be hit less than, a rural market, maybe St. Louis. No, not St. Louis. Like, where's a rural market? Somewhere in Missouri, some random town in Missouri. They're obviously going to be hit harder because the demand to go to those places is a lot lower. So I'm not too worried as I'm flipping homes and wholesaling here in Utah as I would be in other smaller markets if demand and stuff hits. And I also believe that if there is a recorrection and it's big, it's going to hit in other markets before it's going to hit, hard in Salt Lake City. But I might be wrong, because in 2008, when there was the housing crisis, Vegas got hit pretty hard too. Like, housing prices shot down. So, I mean, I could speculate. You guys can watch YouTube videos and of people that speculate. But what I'm trying to do on this video, guys, is just tell you about the actions that I'm taking and that we're taking in our business offering homes. And what that action is when you're talking to sellers, bring up inflation, bring up materials, houses aren't selling, price drops are going on, and interest rates are high. You bring up those things and just say, hey, these are my concerns. Put those concerns on the seller and see what they have to say. And then you're probably going to have a better negotiation and probably get the deal at a better price than what you would normally back within like the last 2 years, but just making offers and fighting. So bring those concerns up. And I would suggest that you need to learn how to do creative financing, subject to you're going to have to learn how to take on those properties from sellers, because if there's a lot of pre-foreclosures going on, a lot of people are going to be kind of underwater. And, if this does happen, they won't have that much equity. So you can take over their payments. I know, because I just did one in Salt Lake City, North Salt Lake, and we took over the guy's mortgage payment. And, it's pretty simple. You just need to learn how to do it. So I hope this video is helpful. I mean, really, you're not going to get any deals, guys, unless you're taking action and getting on that phone. That's why we have the all-in-one calling program. That's why for the students that I have, I say, hey, you need to make calls. If you're not getting deals, you're not making enough offers. That's how you get deals. That's how we're getting deals in our company is we make offers every day consistently to agents, on market, off market, sellers, to everyone, because you're not going to get a deal unless you make an offer. So I'm going to just wrap it up for anyone that's jumped in on this call recently. Just to sum up, in the changing market that a lot of people are predicting, you just want to be ready and you want to be making your offers and pricing them at the right price. You want to tell sellers why you're offering what you are and why you're trying to be, I guess, a little bit more conservative on your offer. And you can explain this to them. And by the way, when I talk to sellers, I'm very open. I just say, hey, look, Mr. Seller, I'd love to offer you 600,000, like, what your asking price is. But with the market changing, with inflation, with interest rates, with properties and price drops, with more inventory, housing, the asking price that you're asking me right now, you probably could have got that 6, 7, 8 months ago. But right now, with the way things are, it's, I don't feel comfortable in making that offer. So for that reason, I'd still love to buy your house, but I have to offer 560, for example. And again, if they don't feel comfortable, if they don't want to make that deal with you, I mean, that's fine. You can have that negotiation, but at least start bringing that conversation, getting those deals. Because when COVID hit, at that specific time when COVID hit and everyone stopped buying, people were like, well, should I buy? And a lot of people stopped buying during COVID. And Jerry Norton, I was talking to him earlier, he basically said during that time, it was called the COVID discount, where you could call sellers and you'd say, hey, look, I don't really know what's going to happen with the market, but I still want to buy your house. But for this reason, I'm going to need it at this price. And he would call it the COVID discount. Right now, we're in an opportune time, a moment to have that same opportunity where you can talk to a seller and say, hey, look, I don't know what's going to happen to the market, but for this reason, I'm going to need it this price. I don't know what's going to happen with the economy, with the inflation, with interest rates, with materials, with all the price drops, with inventory going higher. I don't know what's going to happen. So for this reason, I need to be at this price. So bring those things up. And last thing, guys, you learn how to do subject to and seller finance, which I can teach you. And if you don't want me to teach you, look it up on YouTube. There's thousands of videos. It's very simple. You just need to know how to do the right paperwork and how to structure it. Those are the two things. Those are my 2 call to actions for you guys, is start talking to sellers differently, start offering them and being hesitant, not just offering them the highest price, and talking to them about your reservations. That's the right word. You're talking to them about your reservations, about, making those high offers, and learn seller finance, creative financing. So that's what I got for you guys today. I mean, hopefully that was helpful. I do have some people on here. One dude says, hello from Houston, Texas. What's up, brother? And then this one says, can you really list your wholesale deals on the MLS? Craig, what's up? Yeah, you can list your wholesale deals on the MLS if your contract says you can. Okay. So my contract, I even tell the seller, like, hey, we pre-market these before we buy them, just so we can get people interested in the property. I mean, you can be as open and honest, and you should be open and honest with the sellers. But yes, we do tell them, and we don't really try that a lot. So, but yes, you can. But yeah, guys, like, housing market crash, who knows? But is that going to change what I'm going to do? Well, I'm still going to make offers. I'm just going to be a little bit more conservative. When I run my numbers, it's not just going to be based off what I think it can appreciate to. It's going to be going off of, what I think is going to happen in the next couple months, and, building in a little bit of buffer in case things get crazy. I mean, I have a couple flips right now, so I'm hoping nothing changes crazy, but, I guess we'll see. But don't stop taking action. This is the perfect time, everybody, to take action and make offers. This is the opportunity. Just like I told you, the COVID discount and COVID happening and people not knowing what to do, or what, not sure what was going to happen in the market. Same thing right now. People are unsure. Take advantage. Talk to sellers. Make those offers. Let them know you're uncertain. Get deals. All right, everybody. And by the way, if you're live, I appreciate you checking me out. Please, if you haven't, check out our YouTube channel, Nathan Payne and Investor Thrive TV. That's what it's called. Subscribe, help me out. I'm trying to monetize that bad boy. So please like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. And guys, freaking take action. Consistent action is the key. If you're not taking action consistently, taking action is important, but it's consistent action. If you're not taking action consistently, you might as well, I mean, it's not going to work, right? If for example, if I want to get good at jujitsu, which I'm in a jujitsu class trying to get better and I'm getting my butt kicked. If I want to get better, I got to go there consistently to learn. I can't go there for a week, work really hard, and not go for a year and still expect to be good at it. It's the same thing with sales. It's the same thing with cold calling. It's the same thing with negotiating, dispoing. You have to be consistent so you can be a part of the game. So be consistent, take consistent action, and get it done. And I see my man, he's got one more question. He says, is it a way I can post it at the MLS without the seller knowing? It's legal, but they don't really need to know. Craig, that's a solid question. You can do anything. Yes, you can do that. You can list the property. You can go to like a flat fee listing service, list it. Obviously, they wouldn't. I mean, if you don't tell them, they wouldn't know unless they see it. I recommend you just telling them. I mean, why not? Just say, hey, look, I partner with people, and I might need to get a partner from that, and I'm going to list your property on the MLS. And see what they say. If they're like, no, why would I do that? Why would I let you list my property in the MLS? You'd say, well, you know, I want to buy your house, but I'm going to need to involve a money partner, and I'm going to find one on the MLS, but I want to buy your house. And if they have a problem with that, then whatever. But I mean, you probably don't even need to list it on the MLS, bro. Just message us or go to sellyourdeal.io, and we'll look at it. Maybe we might want to buy it, or we might have a buyer for you. And we also are selling our buyers list. So, if you have weak buyers, we have the best buyers in the United States. I mean, we've traded with the top wholesalers, real estate investors in the country. We have over 1.5 million buyers. I paid over $50,000 for my buyers list. I'm selling it right now at this time for $495. Why? Because it's just sitting in my drive, and I don't mind selling it to people at a really, really low, no-brainer price, because why not? It's like I said, I paid $50 for it. If I can make some money back and help you guys succeed, great. Go ahead and buy my buyer's list. But if you don't want it, whatever. I still use it. So, yeah. Anybody have any questions about about anything else, like about the market, my opinion, anything like that? All right. I don't think we got anything else. But hey, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Like I said, make sure take action, make offers, tell sellers that you're concerned about the market. That's why you're offering a little bit less than you usually would. Hope they will understand. Also, what else? Learn seller financing, creative financing. Go on to YouTube, reach out to me. I'll teach it to you. It's really important, and it helps you maximize on deals that you couldn't do normally. So I'll check you guys later. Peace out.